I'm recording for two reasons. A, I want to record a lap, but not time lapse. I want to record. I'm not gonna record the whole time, but I have to clean this. My vids are done, and so are my cords and everything. This is my setup. If you're ever wondering what do I do gaming and YouTube and stuff on, there it is. My laptop. That's that. It's all plugged in. My phone, charger, and everything. It's plugged in here. Just nothing at all. It's too simple. So yeah, I just need. Just look at this. And may I tell you, may I mind you, I don't know, none of this is my mess. The only mess I have is in my dresser, and that's my junk drawer. Junk drawer. My dresser is just junk. All my dresser is junk drawers. Yeah. So I organized my little bit. This is kind of where I collect, like, this is where I keep my stuff. And I have my laptop and stuff back there, which is just bad. So, I have this. I was bored, so I made a flower picture. It's not half bad, but it's not what I wanted it to be. I should have used some colored pencils and changed it up. This crappy Assassin's Creed model thingy. These are for making one that actually looks cool and actually works. Like, it pops up. It's pretty cool. Let's clean out that in my closet. The closet won't be that hard to do. Then the second reason I'm recording is because I'm hoping to catch footage of. It's weird. My apartment, whenever there's lightning, which there is now, and I'll be uploading this tomorrow, so there was a rainstorm yesterday. Anyway, whenever it lightning or thunders, whatever you want to call it, near my house, it's so loud and it shakes the house. It's like, so I'm gonna record at the beginning of this. And pretty much what I did earlier was this is gonna be for laundry, and it looks really bad. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning while I'm recording, and then I'm going to pause the recording and, I'm gonna pause the recording now and do a bit and then unpause in a minute. So you'll see when it's better. Cleaning, I found this, and the last place we lived, this always made me laugh. Seriously, I gotta keep this because I can't throw it away. I would see it just randomly in the hall and I'd be like, wow, it's so funny. So yeah, a few interruptions. It's been a few minutes. Few interruptions. I did get quite a bit of clothes. I'm going to make my brother's bed. That's my rabbit. My rabbit. And my backpack. That's my backpack. Show you what's in it later. I have to clean up just pretty much this area now and then off of my sister's bed. I think her bed is mostly a mess because she has all the blankets. And oddly, all the trash ends up on that side of the room. So, and she sleeps in the living room, like, all the time. Or in somewhere else. She slept in the hall once. Whatever. That's normal. So I'll get back to you when it's better. Hopefully. Bye. Okay. That's not weird at all. This big mess. And I'm not even finished with the main room. I'm cleaning the closet up because that shelf was just covered in random crap, and so is that one. And I want to put folded blankets on those. So I need to organize, and I got another tote to organize. Organization is key. If you just throw everything into a box and let it clutter up, it's only going to make more of a mess. If you say have little brothers and sisters like I do, or if you're at the age you have children. Doubt that there's anyone that old that watches my channel, but just for the sake of saying it, if you have children as well, and you have these little clippy hanger things right here, you can hang their art until they understand that it's not good and they should throw it away. But they're not at that age yet. So yeah. I have to organize this. Like, what the heck? This is just mess on top of mess on top of mess. And then I have to organize it into this tote. That's going to be the hard part. Like I said, organization is key no matter what it takes. Do your best to organize. Because if you leave, like, what they did is just put everything on this, it looks bad. Hey, one of my golf balls. I collect golf balls. Just random, but it's because I always find golf balls in the weirdest places. So I started collecting them. Like, I will find golf balls just the most random times. yeah, organization is key. And I'll be back to you when I'm done with organizing things. I had to get creative because, see, there's this in the outlet, which was for a lamp that we had hanging up that we had to use for the bathroom. Because my brother hit those cords from a leak that roof fell down. We needed to move it, so I had to use I have to use my phone charger to get this dang like outlet thing out. It has. Okay, for a second I thought it wasn't gonna plug. It has no use at this point. I might just keep it on just to make it look fancy. Oh, I can't. Never mind. There you go. That's what was stuck in an outlet, and I couldn't get it out, which was the worst. Now I have to move that light bulb, which is way bright, over to that, just so we can stack up, just so I can stack up blankets on these, because I'm the one doing all the work. Because I actually told them to stay out of here, because if anything, I know they're not gonna clean, and they're just gonna sit around and be lazy the whole time. That I don't want. I also hung up a trash bag. The majority of this stuff is trash, and I hate having to throw it somewhere else and have to go through it later. So I'm doing it now. My Englishing skills are leaving me. Cause I had a clipboard and I had drawn all over it. This isn't it, but I want to take this. I know either of those two, and especially the one that it was, is not gonna use it. And unless I can find mine, but mine was cool and it had drawings all over it. No clue what it was. I was hanging it up with a nail. Why? So yeah, I'm not sure if it got stolen or if I just lost it. I don't know. I wish I knew where it was because it was so cool. It was awesome. So yeah, get back to you guys when this is cleaned. That aren't even theirs. That are like, this is not one of theirs and it's not mine. I would not do this. I don't take notes. This is what confuses me. Why would a kid want to take some other kid's trash? I'm in confusion about that. There are like things that I will understand when there's like, oh, he made this thing for me and it's really cool, so I'm gonna take it. Not, this kid moved. I'm gonna take all of the trash he has in his desk just because I can and the teacher is allowing me. Breaking hangers. It's like, that's a waste of space and time. Oh, gosh. Oh yeah, another tip to cleaning. Look at this. Who is this? I don't even know. Anyway, another tip to cleaning. Don't save everything. Save the crucial things. Like, things that you would need and that you just, like, really want to cherish. Or things like this. This, I would normally keep just because, I don't know, it kind of makes you feel smarter to have these. And this is like every house I've ever lived in. I will look through my books and I'll find one of those. I have a book from school from a few years back in 4th grade. Yeah, in 4th grade. A few years back in the old days. Anyway, in 4th grade, I have a thing from 4th grade, and it's a book, and it's something I hated. And I kept it just to make the teacher mad because she said make sure to return it. I did that. I also stole a social studies book from Miss Moran, who you might know about. She's a 5th grade teacher. She's terrible. She's rude. I have no respect for her whatsoever. I took one of her social studies books, and what I did with it was I kept it until the end of the year, and then an idea struck me, and I was like, I know what I'm gonna do with this. You know what I did with it? I cut it with a knife. I stabbed the cover of it with my knife. I ripped the pages off of it with my knife. I did all that stuff with my knife. It was so much fun. Oddly. I loved it. It was very fun. I don't know. Teachers, I never get along with teachers. And I don't know if it's just because I don't like school or they don't like me. But there's only one teacher in existence that I've ever gotten along with. And that would be my 3rd grade teacher. And she was the best teacher ever. I swear to God, she was an amazing teacher. It was like going to the heaven every day when you go to school. So cool. That reminds me, I have childhood friends, Heaven and Angelica and Antonio V Hill. They do not remember me. It made me so sad. So sad. We spent like every second of every day together. No joke. Us three, plus Kobe and Marley at times, us three did everything together. Like, just going to the park, I'd simply run down to their house and get them just to go to the park and sit around and do nothing. Like, that's, we almost knew the next word out of each other's mouths by the time I moved. And when I moved, I'd forgotten about them. And then it was brought to my attention, I had better friends in East Carbon. And that's true. I don't have as many friends here in Wyoming. And I think that's because people just don't like me at all. And then I started to think, maybe they don't remember me because they have better friends and more friends, which I don't have, because they got to live in the one same area. I didn't, as you can tell. I moved around a lot, thanks to my druggie of a stepfather. Yeah. Cool little, fun facts. The other night, he was talking to me, and he was talking about he's been selling drugs and doing drugs since he was, 13. He's, 30-something. Jeez. He's been doing drugs and selling drugs since, so long ago. Smack my head on that. In my mind, I'm just like, you're kidding me. There's no way. How can a person be that terrible? I've never thought of doing drugs. Honestly, I hate it. Thank you, Jake. That's one good thing about having Jake live with me, is that I hate drugs. Completely and entirely. This is cool. This is a sword that I made. I have a few toy swords. Anyway, I hate drugs. Drugs are the worst. They can ruin your life. I've never even thought of doing drugs. I don't even know why they kept this. It has holes in it. But anyway, I've never thought of it. And when he was telling me this, I was like, that young. And then he was talking about how his dad was going through a divorce, and that made his life a lot terrible. A lot more worse. A lot more terrible, sure. And I was like, how does that make your life worse? He's the one going through the pain. He's the one, dealing with these problems. And it makes your life worse. It makes you have to treat me like a total piece of crap. That's just on a whole nother level of rude and just not father-worthy at all. And apparently my whole life, he's been doing this drug scheme. Selling drugs, buying drugs, all this stuff. And I never knew. And that's the reason we had to move from East Carbon, was because of that. Because he had been selling drugs and he had gotten caught. There were a few times when I didn't know he was doing a crime, and I was, in the middle of it. It wasn't necessarily a crime, it was kind of his job, but we were doing metal scrapping. I'm not even sure if that was just an excuse in what he called it, but metal scrapping, and we'd go out and we'd find, rusty metal, useless metal, we'd haul it in our truck, we'd go get money for it. Yippee! And it was fine, it was perfectly fine. And then one night we went out and we were doing it, that's not bad. One night we went out and we were scrapping at this one place, and this is cool, this is my throwing knife. And we got caught and got in trouble. It was bad. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to you when I'm done. I'm done with this. Yippee! I can start pulling millions and millions of blankets for me, because I was hungry. Luckily, my mom works at McDonald's, and yeah, it is really hot. My mom works at McDonald's, and we have been low on money. I'm not afraid to admit that. We aren't the richest of people. We're broke. Because someone likes to waste their money on cigarettes and beer. Not naming names, but he's the big, tall, rude one that likes to yell and scream a lot. Anyway, we've been low on money, and luckily my mom works at McDonald's. It means nothing to you, does it? To us, it meant we got a free meal, and that meal was everything from McDonald's. So, tell your mom to work at McDonald's. You get free food and discounts. And a lot of McDonald's just whenever at random. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Bailey Berry. Look at this. This is what I mean. They always get stuff that isn't theirs. It's always other kids. This is probably one of the longest videos ever because it's just me cleaning this mess. This is a book I wrote. Well, not wrote by myself. This is a book my 3rd grade class wrote. Miss Stacy. Kobe, go away. I'll get back to the point in a second. My little annoying brother walks in and just sits there, and I ask him repeatedly to leave. The only time he listens to me is if I bribe him. It is so retarded. So beside that, this book, me and my Miss Stacy's class, which was my 3rd grade, and we went. School was Jerome Point. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, that was awesome. And oh crap. See, this was everyone's signature because I was leaving. I wish I remembered about this. So crazy. This is so funny. Sarah. Because Sarah was the one that is probably goth now and like emo and cuts. She was like the really I hate everything. Everyone can die. Like that kind of person. Trying to remember. Aaron was my friend. He was blonde. So here's what me, Aaron, my best friend Kyler, Anthony. Anthony actually moved here, and we not as well a friend. Like so, it was me, Aaron, Jade, Kyler, and Anthony. Yeah, and we were like. This is crazy for anyone who, like, I am weird and I don't fit in here in Rock Springs. We were the cool kids. We were, like, the high of the class. Everyone knew us. Everyone was friendly with me because I was the lead of the group. I was, like, the coolest kid there. Because I was inventive, I was quick thinking, I was smart, all that plus up. I was not the richest. I've always been, like, the poorest. And yet I was still I was friends with everyone in the class. It was awesome. And I was so happy. David was a bully, but he was also a friend. I was friends with everyone. Oh my gosh. Angelic. Oh crap, my battery's gonna die. Angelic, that's the friend that I said that I miss, and she doesn't remember me, which is sad. Izzy is my cousin. The cousin, I don't know. I got, like, a lot of people to sign. Funny thing was, if you were in the same grade, in East Carbon, the way it was, because East Carbon is such a small town, it's very low budget, like, very bad. And crazy thing is, the schools, when I lived there, there was one class for every grade. This is crazy. This brings back a lot of memory. But yeah, I'm not sure. It was either the Goblin Shark or the Hammer. There it is. I've always been the best of artists. No, look, my handwriting, it's always been terrible. See, and then, where's Kyler? Macy. Me and my best friend Kyler. This is so funny. Me and my best friend Kyler, like, best of friends. There was this one girl, and she couldn't decide me or Kyler. Funny thing was, we did random, just really stupid competitions to try and impress her. And then she just like, both of you are okay. I don't like either of you anymore. And so me and him were both like, what? It was funny. Kyler was always taller than me, which always upsetted me. I was always like, dang, I wish I was taller. But no, I'm dropping my book. And it was the funniest thing. And Macy was obsessed with zebras. Everything she owned had zebra on it. It was bad. This was Jade's. It was monkeys, mankeys, and apes. 3rd grade was like the best year for me because I was friends with everyone. Penguins, Abriella. I don't remember Abriella Wilson. Chevalinda. Like, I don't remember a lot of these people, which is sad because I wish I did. This one was Izzy, and she was really good at drawing. She's probably even better now. I'm pretty good as well. Cartoony character drawings, that's what I'm really good at. Aaron. This was funny. This was my other friend. He had a lot of mistakes. Thing was, we had to write our paper in pen. Like, we wrote the rough draft in paper, and then we wrote it in pen. That teacher was all about writing. Write, like crazy. And we would always write. And she had us write the rough draft, and I'm gonna plug in my phone right now. It just sparked my mind that it is going to die. So, anyway, she had us write, and write some more. It was always writing. I have a notebook. Well, I hope I still have it. I really hope I still have it. It had... Okay, good, it didn't die. It had my stories from when I was in 3rd grade. And I saw that, and it was like... Wow. I can't believe we found this. This is awesome. Yeah, see, Aaron, I'm pretty sure he went with this just because to copy Cap Macy. There are a few people that I remember. Manuel, did no clue. Anthony, I think he had some of the best handwriting in the class. Unless... Nope, David did. David had the best handwriting, I think. Yeah, definitely. This was Kyler's. Kyler, not the best artist. I think he didn't understand how that works. Keep in mind, we were all really young. 3rd grade, that was a while ago. That was 3 years ago. I don't even know. I was like 7 then. I might read mine just because. Just to see how bad it really was. Because I know mine wasn't good. I didn't even know Angelica was in my class. In my grade. Weird. Cool, but so weird. Nostalgia, I guess. That's the right term for nostalgia, right? I don't know. This brings back a lot of memories. I remember one of my favorite games, and this is something, I don't know why, but this has stuck with me all 3 years. Is, we played this game and we'd make up our own characters. And my character had a guitar axe, copying Marceline, a jetpack, and in my mind he had like a mohawk. That was when I liked mohawks. I don't anymore. They're really dumb. He had a mohawk, like a black mohawk, like goggles, like just out of random. He had the axe, and then he had a giant hammer. The guitar axe, a giant hammer, and I was like the OP character. I've always, whenever it comes to that, I'm always the OP character. My character is always super OP if I get to make up his powers. It's always been that way. I wrote awesome on the bottom of each, except for David's, except for my enemies. See, all my friends, I wrote awesome on the bottom. Not you. Not you. Brian wasn't the best of people. Riley was funny. Me and him really didn't talk very much. Braylon would. Oh my god. So weird. Rowley Birddick, whoever that was, he had the best drawing out of us all. Okay, so I'm gonna read mine. Sharks are cool animals. Did you know a megamouth's lips glow? Lots of other sharks glow, and most eat meat. Some sharks are getting killed for jewels. There are sharks that glow. If your shark swims in the dark, their eyes glow. The megamouth shark opens its mouth, and its lips glow green. A lantern shark glows green for 2 hours after being caught. A shark mostly eats meat. Cookie cutter shark. This was weird because I was like, you know, let's just where there. I was like, let's decorate it, and so I went and I did weird like letters. Okay, cookie cutters can take cookies shaped. I spelled saved. Spelled saved. Pieces of meat out of you. When one shark dies, another shark eats it. Some sharks don't eat every day. Some sharks are killed and used for jewels. I used a lot of facts twice, which is bad. When I was reading this, I remember thought popped into my mind. I had a great idea for a story. I had, like, random times in my life, I'll just snap and I'll be like, that sounded different than what I meant for. But I'll snap and I'll get an idea in my mind of a book that I could write. And then I'll be like, ooh, I should do that. And when I was young, it was a character called Assassin. He lived on a, like, weird planet, just at random. Alien planet. His parents had died, or I'm pretty sure died, like he was going to find them. He didn't believe they were dead. They weren't. He had a friend who would help him out, who was an alien, who knew the planet. Assassin would see if I can find the book. If I find my notebook, I will definitely read, like, and recreate the story with better handwriting. And it's so cool. I had a story, which every time I would, like, close my eyes, riding my bus, I would always get this really... Columbia Hill always scared me. It was this big hill that led into part of town called Columbia. And it always scared me. I don't even know why, but it always did. It scared me. And I shut my eyes whenever we go down it. And I always have this dream that I started levitating and the bus fell off the cliff. I started levitating. The bus was spinning around. I was just sitting there and spinning around me. Like, as it was falling, I was just in the middle of the bus. Well, it was spinning like crazy. And I picked it up, set it back on the road inside the bus still. So, no clue how. I set it, like, down, and then I jumped out the window and started fighting Satan just at random. And I killed his minions, and then I killed him. I don't even know. I was so weird. Man. This is weird. This is sad. Have fun in Colorado. This was when I was moving to Colorado, and everyone was so sad. Man, this is kind of sad. Everybody. This is proof that I was the cool kid. Really, everybody signed. Everybody said, well, the majority of everyone said they would miss me. When we left, I went back there, and it was changed. Everything was changed. It was less energetic. And then I noticed, like, when I lived there, everything was energetic. Everyone was happy. Like, to see, like, I don't even know, but whenever I was around anyone, they would always seem so happy. And then I went back, and no one seemed happy. Or at least as happy. I mean, everyone there is still a happy person. They're always happy, which is something I liked. But I went back there recently, and they weren't, like, as energetic. When I lived there, everyone was jumpy, everyone was happy, it was crazy, it was awesome. Everyone, like, was like, hey Jarek, and I don't even know. It was funny, because, like I said, I was kind of the cool person. I didn't fit in, still. No way I could ever fit in. But yet I was still really cool. Cool. I was normal. I fit in, but I didn't fit in. I don't know how that works. Anyway, that's how it was. And when recess came around, all the sporty kids would go do their thing. All the girls would go do their thing. And me, Kyler, Aaron, and Anthony would all gather up on the field and just do whatever. We had no clue what we were doing. We were making imaginative games. We were the most imaginative of the class all the time. As I remember it, and my memories aren't always the best, to be honest. As I remember, we were always, like, the most creative, and we would always come up with crazy ideas that just make everyone bounce out of their seats. It was crazy. So I'm going to clean the room and do a comparison. I'm going to pause the video until I'm done cleaning the room, because 29 minute long video. Yeah, don't want it to be too long. You're probably not even watching this far, and if you are, comment down below if you put up with this. I would hope that you have. I would hope that someone has the decency to stick with me through all the boring stuff, because not a lot of people do. But yeah, I will get back to you when the room is complete. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the reason I am doing this is because we have a guest coming tomorrow, and she is a clean fanatic. Her and her family are coming to stay with us until Monday when we leave to Jackson Hole, which I will be recording, probably not uploading, if lucky uploading. well, we're going there on Monday, and they're staying with us till then, and we need to clean because, like I said, she's a clean freak, and if we don't clean, she's going to force us to clean. So, yeah, that's gonna complete the video here. I mean, the room here. I'm just going to, I'm gonna leave this episode off of this, and then I'm gonna make another episode. So it'll be 2 parts, maybe 3, depending on how this goes. I just do want to talk to you guys, and so, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see all you guys who watch to the end ever in the next video. Bye.